Hello, and welcome to another mini painting video. This week, still continuing with the horror movie month from last month, just for one more week here, because I wanted to kind of just remind people of something. And that is, this week, I am doing the character Nada, played by Roddy Piper in the movie John Carpenter's 1988 science fiction thriller, They Live. And essentially, Roddy Piper's character just finds this pair of sunglasses. And he's, I think, a construction worker. And when he puts on the sunglasses, he notices first that there's kind of subliminal messages in what he's reading, and advertisements, billboards, and signs, and books and magazines. And then he realizes that some of the more elite people that are walking around on the street are these weird skull-faced aliens, and they seem to be kind of, in a roundabout way, conquering and enslaving humanity by integrating themselves as the economic elite, or the upper class of some rich people, rich old white people. So pretty much the conquering of humanity using media and trying to make people conform and comply and things like that, or to not think for themselves, seemed very fitting for this week specifically, because there is an election this week in the United States, and I'm in the United States, and most of my Patreon followers are as well. So I want to remind you all to get out and vote. Get out and vote this Tuesday. Please, please vote. Make your voice heard. So for my painting this week, I decided to do Roddy Piper's character here. First, doing his plaid shirt, which I worked on, which was more of a visual exercise for myself, a problem to solve, kind of a meditative idea of trying to get this pattern down on this figure and still make it look as if it is a pattern wrapped around a 3D form, and not to be flat. And I went with a lot of these bright blues of the era of the later 80s fabric. And because of my idea for this piece, I decided to not really shade with anything of value, but only in color intensity. I did go with some darker colors, but I continued to keep those colors bold, and mixing lots of oranges next to blues to have that pop this figure of this figure Nada from They Live off the page. And he's wearing the sunglasses, so I wanted the world around him to be illustrated from his point of view. So in order to show you the skull-faced alien and the subliminal messaging on the books and the paper and magazines, I decided to illustrate the background completely in black and white, much like the movie. John Carpenter did something really fun, whereas normally when you would see, someone would say you're seeing something in black and white, they're kind of implying that you're not seeing things completely clearly, that you're seeing things in absolutes, and that it's not normally a good thing to do that. John Carpenter's taking that coin of phrase and kind of turning it on its head, because when Nada sees things in black and white, he actually sees things how they truly are, and we as a viewer go along for that ride. And then he kind of, well, if you haven't seen the movie, you definitely should. Bring lots of bubblegum. I hear there's a shortage. So I'm going in and I'm rendering down the background, and there are some I'm using some blue-grays kind of further push that background further back and just kind of make that transition a little bit more gradual than stark black and white. But as long as I stay in one, as long as I don't go into any warm grays, I stick with the same blue-gray, it shouldn't be noticeable. So now I'm going in, kind of working on the alien's face and the face of the magazine teller. Just kind of rendering it in, not really going too dark, trying to leave things so Roddy Piper jumps off the page, and we see things how they truly are behind him. So this was a lot of fun to do, and I'm looking forward to continuing this. This is we're in the final stretch for the first year of these. So what have you guys thought? If you are an upper tier Patreon subscriber, you should be thinking about what kind of artwork you want me to make for you. A few of you guys who have been there from the beginning are coming up on that anniversary date, and I hope you're thinking about that. If you have any suggestions for a future mini painting, please leave it in the comments below, and I will take those suggestions up. Now that we're through the month of October, and this kind of closing on horror movies probably for a little bit. Who knows? Horror movies will continue popping up, but I probably will do something not horror movie related next week because it's been about 6 weeks now, I believe. So, yay. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please go out and see John Carpenter's They Live, and please, on Tuesday, go out and make your voice heard and vote. It's very important. Thank you very much. I'm making this video public, so please feel free to share it with your friends. Thank you for being Patreon subscribers. And until next week, thanks. Bye.